Great to have you with us from Faurot Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. EA Sports College Football continues with a late season Week 12 showdown here. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Missouri Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly. Not always used to these kind of temperatures here. They are ready to have some heaters on the sideline. I see players trying to warm their hands. Particularly important for the wide receivers. They do have gloves on, and the quarterbacks trying to keep their hands warm. We'll see how it impacts the passing game here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. He'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Can't get him to the ground. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup with the defense. Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. He'll take it himself. He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
He'll pull it down. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Anderson. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Driving forward, it's Baxter. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running through contact. Touchdown, And they strike first.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Simmons to throw. Looking down the middle. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be second down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Breaks into the open. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Simmons escapes the pressure going right. Sails one into the middle. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB, nowhere to go with the football.
Simmons from the gun on third down. Rush right in his face. He sacked. This defense all over him.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on third down.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Runs through a tackle.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Throwing on the run. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room to the right, it's Hardy. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run him again. They put the brakes on him.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Austin Simmons, the play fake. Going for it all. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Out wide left, it's Baxter. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
He'll take the deep shot. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll give it to Hardy. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Right back to the well. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Here's a give to Hardy. Turning it on. Powers through. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Looking for a gap. It's Hardy. Defense all over him.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was
intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Got room on the return. Crosses midfield. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And he's going to bring this one out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Gonna let it fly. Goes high to pull it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Trying to move them on the counter. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Throwing Simmons. Finds his man. It's Harris. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Gets the back moving. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. Here's Simmons to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with his target.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. No good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21.
Well, that was going to take a Herculean effort by that kicker, and he just didn't have enough leg on that kick.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Turns up, it's Baxter. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, going to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On the move. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another. Beck's going for the goal line, and he breaks the plane. Touchdown, Kentucky. That is his third score of the game, and now 14 on the season. And the extra point makes it 28-0.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to Hardy.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll ride him again. He's there to make the stop.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuff both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Simmons. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Looking for room. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Ready, go. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Kentucky going quickly. Drops back on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Got a little space. There he goes. He gets just a few links away from that first down marker as they almost convert on third down there. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And we start with the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the number 25 team, the Florida State Seminoles. And it's the Wolfpack with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Throwing Simmons. That's caught. It's Lee. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And they'll take over.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. Working the middle. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Wildcats peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the wideout. Second down to the air. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Pulls it in. It's Skinner. Oh, he's got some space. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Here comes the heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Miller. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff for Baxter. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Looking to throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Wildcats! Into the end zone for 6.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Here's Simmons to throw. Turns it upfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Here's a give to Hardy. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Look out! Right side, it's Baxter. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. C.J. Baxter one more time. There's a crease. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the left side, it's Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They go right back to Hardy. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on third. Got his man. At midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Missouri wants to go fast.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Simmons. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. Third and long right here. Making the adjustment on the play. They'll send the back in motion. Simmons to the air again. Quick catch. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Fires to the tight end. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short, and teams want to make their move in the rankings. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Throwing Simmons. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Sets his feet. It's Simmons. Out wide right, it's Hardy. Could not make his way to the corner. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun on third down, Simmons. Left side is Lee. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on fourth down? Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Handoff for Baxter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. They go back to C.J. Baxter on the stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe run.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Trying to get started. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Tight end now in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Motion from the back. Here's Simmons to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Tigers want to move quickly.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Got some room to run. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line. The Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Baxter again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. On the run, it's Patterson. Turning it on. He's past the sticks. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Patterson. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. Just complete.